Hi, Carlos. Hey guys, how are you? I am still in Sedona, and as you can see, let me just see if I can go. That's my background up there, in a really great place. And I wanted to give you guys a transmission that I received from the Pleiadians. I actually, as I mentioned in my video last night, that last Sunday, I was kind of, let me just see here for a second. Let me see if I can fix this a little bit. No. Okay, so basically, good morning, Sirba. Good to see you. Guys, I was just on Alara's channel, 1 Foot in 5D, earlier. A bunch of us came on there, and she's so awesome. So go check out her channel, 1 Foot in 5D. We just did a big live from Sedona here. But yeah, let me get back to on Sunday night last week. I was on the couch and I was watching the Lord of the Rings trilogy all weekend. I love that. I love that the book series, and I really wanted to watch the movies. And I started getting all these messages coming in from the Pleiadians. And sorry about the wind. The wind has really picked up here, and I can't do this inside because two of us are doing a live online conference right now with, I think some of them are doing with Corey Good. And so I can't even be inside right now to do this video for you guys. So bear with me with the wind. I apologize. And the messages that came in from the Pleiadians were really, I was getting very emotional, very, very emotional. And I'm going to read you the message so that you guys can connect with it. So I think it's very timely, and I think this is almost a call to not just wake up, but inspire the star seed within you, and your mission. Okay, so hi, Waleska, nice to see you. Okay, here is the message. I thought they were just going to give me a couple points to talk about, but as I started to write it down on the plane flying here to Sedona on Thursday, I kept typing. So I was like, okay, we're just going to read this. From the Pleiadians. May we please remind you that you are so much more than you realize. Are you not ready to activate the powers held within your very own structure, your DNA, your heart? Stop holding yourself back. Stop making excuses. You signed up for this knowing that you had the capacity to make a powerful impact on humanity and this planet. We are watching in earnest for you all to realize the capabilities that liberate you and the planet. Activate yourselves. You need no one to do this but you. Tap into your heart. Let it activate your light codes. Assimilate through taking action in any way possible. Every breath you take has the potential to expand the awareness of not just your own field, but the field of others. Come into alignment with the Earth grid of consciousness. Work with the energetics of the planet to gain momentum in your own work. We see so much potential in all of you. We wonder why you are holding back. This is the time. This is the moment that you all knew would be the tipping point of humanity for an eternal change that will send and is sending ripples across this universe and beyond. Show up. No more excuses. We are here with you. You are not doing this alone. You know this to be true. Many of you are already meeting us in the dream state, your meditations and activations of your third eye. Yes, the energies are very potent at this time. You are correct in understanding you are all being upgraded. So what are you going to do with these upgrades? Maybe remind you that you came in here to this life with an all-star mentality, knowing you were playing to not just win a game, but the entire championship. There is no other option but the win for humanity in your mindset. So please step up in any way you feel called to at this time. Each of you who have the courage to take the brave step of self-realized power will then activate others to do the same. This is a cosmic game of dominoes that will create a wave of cosmic love, unleashed to never be tamed. Break free of the matrix mindset and remember your galactic heritage. Unleash your power that is so feared by those who try to control you. Have you not understood yet that it is you who is more powerful than they? Once you embrace this truth and fully step into your divine role as a human activator, you will witness the power of the light when faced with the darkness Earth currently faces. Say no more. Say never again. Not on my watch. Not in my heart. Show this planet the love it craves for. You are ready, and we are patiently waiting on standby to be at your side with all of the help you already agreed to receive. So that is the message that came through that they wish for me to convey to all of you. Let me just get rid of that. So it's really a time right now to not be to be on standby, even though they are on standby with us right now, waiting for us to activate our potential, waiting for us to come forward in our truth. It is no longer time to just hope and wait that somehow there will be something within you that activates. I feel right now it's so important for many of us to activate ourselves, to take some sort of action in any way, shape, or form. It doesn't matter how small or big it is, it just has to be an action. And, you know, I was in tears when some of this messaging was coming through because I feel the emotional, well, what's the word I'm looking for? I feel how much they believe in us, and that how much they wish to inspire us to see what they already know, and also for us to see and understand what we already know within us that was part of our mindset before we incarnated into this skin suit. And so it's really important that we activate right now. That, oh my gosh, I think it's starting to rain. The rain is starting to come down. That we see, that to me, that's a sign from the heavens. Wow, I'm in the desert and it's raining. Okay, so we really need to bring light to this planet. And a lot of us can sometimes get caught up in waiting for the extra push, for waiting for something to happen. And that's part of our human programming, that we often have to be traumatized in order to make changes, that things have to get really bad before we finally say no more. And it would be really cool if we started to break that programming. We as a star seeds start to not wait for trauma to further instigate us or inspire us into action, that we took action from the star seed within our heart that is really taking root in many ways, but we have to water it, we have to nurture it, we have to let it flower. There is a starseed flower within our heart. It's cool. This is what they're showing me right now. They're showing me the starseed flower blooming from the heart chakra, and using that to beam as a hologram into your, to beam into your hologram as a projection point. So there's a lot of work to be done. We're not anywhere near, I feel, the end of things, you know, turning around, so to speak. I do believe things are going to be turning around, and they're in motion of turning around, but this is going to be a process. And I think this is time for many of us to realize what it is we exactly signed up for in this lifetime. And a lot of that is our own healing. A lot of that is, you know, going through this journey of the human experience. I mentioned this before, that on my last podcast with Rebecca Barfoot, that our DNA is so powerful. We have capabilities that many of us aren't even humanly aware of yet of what we're capable of. And the powers that are trying to control this planet and control humanity are very well aware of those powers. That's why they want our DNA. That's why they want us in subservient energy. And because they know that once we activate, we will be more powerful than them. We are more powerful than them, and we need to activate that. So that's a message from the Pleiadians that I've been asked to put out on my channel, and I hope it helps some of you guys in perhaps there's something in there that needed to be activated within you in whatever shape, form it is, you know, in your life, to make a change that allows you to be in more alignment with your truth, that allows you to step forward in ways that you've held yourself back. Self-realized power comes through self-realized actualization of who you are, remembering that and putting it into action. So I'm just gonna see, guys, are there any questions you have for me in the live chat here that you'd like me to answer? I hope everyone's doing great. Also, guys, next Sunday, a week today, starting at 11 a.m. Pacific time, Sunday, November 1st, I'll be part of the Protect the Vote live event. It's a free live event. And that event is designed to be mostly the most powerful part is going to be the mass meditation. So I'd love to have you there and contributing your energy to sovereignty, to protecting the vote. And even if you don't believe in the voting system, which I totally understand, I totally get that, because as soon as you vote, you're part of the matrix. But that doesn't mean you can't put in the sovereignty, the energy of sovereignty and free will for the human race to break free of the soul contracts that are binding us to this matrix. And so Callan and Justin and Lance have done a really good job of putting this event together. There's great people coming to speak at it. As I mentioned before, Laura Eisenhower, David Rodriguez, John D'Souza, Sasha Stone are headlining it. And I'll be on the spiritual panel. So the mass meditation, from what I understand, starts at 12:30 Pacific time. So if you can only make it for a short period of time, that is when the actual mass meditation will begin. And then I believe that I am on the spiritual panel as soon as that is over. And I'll also be joined by Ben Shastine from Edge of Wonder with Laura and David and Justin. So I'm really excited to be a part of it. I hope that you guys are there. You're going to need to register to get access to it, but it is free. And the link for that, I don't know if it's in the description, but if it isn't, it's protectthevote.live. All right, if you guys are on my newsletter, I'll be sending that out later this week with a link for that as well. And Sedona's been really awesome. It's been great. The energies are super potent. And I have to say, being around so many star seeds and light workers in this one house, we've got there, I think there's like 12 of us in this house. And none of us are sleeping. None of us are sleeping. We're all sleep deprived. As you can tell, I'm very sleep deprived. My face is puffy as hell. But I think it's because we're activating one another. There's so many activations happening. Just our codes are lighting. Like, you know, when you're around someone, you can activate someone else just through them being in your field or you being in their field. And I think that's what's happening right now. We're just getting a lot of strong activations. And no one's able to sleep. We're all wired. We're all just like kind of zombies. We all want to do all this stuff, but we're also just like, wow, it's just such intense, tense energy, but so beautiful, incredible synchronicities. And as you know, Matt was on my channel yesterday, who's going to be running for mayor in Sedona 2022, which is amazing. And it just makes me so happy to see more of these starseeds stepping into positions within this world that really do affect change and are able to, you know, change the policies that are corrupt. So, Sutterbug, there's only so much time. Enjoy it while you can. Yeah, you know what? That's actually a really good point. It's important for everyone to realize that you can still enjoy your life while doing your mission work. You can be in happiness and joy and enjoying the human experience while you're doing your mission work. I have never been happier in my life than when I'm doing my work. You know, not just healing myself, but helping others to heal through their own journey, giving them and sharing them whatever information has come my way through my own journey. To me, that is so helpful. putting out messages. I love doing this. It's part of my bliss. But I also take time to enjoy the human experience. It doesn't mean that you're on mission 24/7. You are here to absolutely enjoy that. There's certain things here that many beings from beyond don't get to experience, that we get to experience here. So take advantage of it. Do experience it. And know that your happiness comes from healing. The more healed you are, the less in bondage you are to the system, which means you're more free to experience the human experience in liberation, in true freedom. And that's really important. Let me just pull up the chat here because it keeps disappearing. Live chat. Okay, here we go. Laura Lee. Oh, Laura Lee, so good to see you. Okay, I'll look for your email. Let me just pull up this chat again. It keeps disappearing on my phone. Richard, you're feeling separated, needing to move to the right space. Anything on the feeling of needing to take action, but conflicted on how and where. So these answers are also something that's going to come from within. We need to start trusting our own authority. I actually had a really great conversation. I was on a walk. Was it yesterday? Maybe. What is today? Is today Sunday? Maybe it was Friday. I was on a walk in the morning with Lala, who's the musician here, and Tyler from Journey to Truth. And we all went on a walk, and I was talking to them about the importance of trusting your own spiritual authority, your authority with God, Source, the Creator. And through that connection, your bridge is your higher self. That no matter who you talk to, how psychic they are, there are going to be times where you are not going to resonate with certain information. It's not going to feel right. You may receive guidance on something that may come from a source who's very trusted and very, and this doesn't mean that there's any malintent or anything behind their own guidance. But, you know, I've been given information on certain times in my life from people who I consider to be way more psychic and intuitive than me. But something in their messaging wasn't lining up for me. I just didn't feel right. And my guidance kept saying, no, don't listen to it. And I'm so glad that I didn't, because I'm almost coming up to 2 years where someone told me this information. And things have been revealed to me as to why I shouldn't have listened to it, which I didn't. And I'm so glad I didn't. And I now see how right my own intuitive authority within, with my connection to Source was and still is. So it doesn't mean you can't take guidance from other people, but always have that check-in with higher authority, with yourself, through your higher self, to help you understand, to discern what is truth and what is not for you at the particular time you are in your journey. We all are humans, regardless of how psychic anyone is. At the end of the day, we're all humans. We have our own human filters, and we need to keep that in mind going forward. And that's an important lesson. So the more that you take time to tap into what that connection is for you, using your higher self as the bridge to the divine source, the infinite one creator, you will receive the guidance that you need to. And also truth is more revealed to you with clarity as you do more and more of your healing. Because as you release the shadow work and the trauma bonds that keep you in suffering and pain, you break free of a lot. The chains get lighter and clarity comes in through your messaging. It makes your intuitiveness a lot stronger. So for instance, as I told you guys a couple months ago, when my friend passed away, I also lost a friendship that was very near and dear to my heart. And Sutterbug, oh, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That this person who I thought would be with me till the end of my earth time, this friendship had to end, and it broke my heart, and it still makes me sad, but at the same time, it wasn't in alignment with where I was. Like, this person and me, we were not in alignment with where we were on our journeys, and energetically, there was a weight that was holding me down and holding my own intuitive capacity down. And as soon as this ended, it's like I had all these experiences flood in, and my intuition just took off in ways that I hadn't experienced. My messaging was coming in. I almost couldn't stop it. And it's not that there's anything wrong with this person. This person it has nothing to do with that. It's just the energy entanglement that we have with certain people can affect us. And so it's so important for us to recognize that as empaths, that as we go through our healing, we're also breaking the energy entanglement with our past that holds us down, that holds us back from receiving the intuitive clarity that we're all looking for. So healing is so important. You guys know I'm a huge proponent for that. I'll always keep pushing that forward. And that is what's going to unlock your intuitive abilities. The more you heal, the more intuitive you'll become, the more experiences you will have that feel very much connected to the divine. Thank you. Yes, I know my friend who passed away, she is working with me from the other side, Laura. I absolutely believe that. And so just remember, there's a lot of entanglement here, energetic entanglement that can be holding you back. So like I said on my podcast with Elizabeth April, which was an amazing podcast. If you guys haven't listened to it, please go listen to it, because we've got the December 21 portal, the 12/21 portal coming up in less than 2 months. And that portal is a great opportunity for many of us to utilize in increasing our access to 5D and beyond. What that means is you're going to have greater access to the energies and the awareness of that consciousness, and you'll able to create from that. What's going to be the requirement for you, though, is to make difficult decisions that you don't usually make, that are part of your that are separate from the programming that you've been making. So for instance, with this friend of mine, usually in my relationships, the old me in my 20s and in my 30s, I would have stuck around longer and probably stayed in a relationship that wasn't serving me in a reciprocal way, hoping that it would change. And then eventually it wouldn't, and I'd have to get to a point where there's no denying it. Whereas now I'm finally making decisions, and I'm not waiting for it to get to a dire point. Like I said before, we're traumatized by nature, which means we don't make changes until the trauma is so bad that we have to. And I want to break free of that. I don't want to make choices from a place of it always needing to go to the traumatic place. I want to make it from a place of empowerment and knowing what my worth is and knowing what's good for me and what's not. And that's what we have to be doing right now. In these next 2 months leading up, you're going to be called to make decisions in ways where you're going to have to either break free of something, or you're going to step up into something with more power. And the clarity of that's going to come the more and more you make these decisions. So I hope that you guys keep that in mind as these opportunities and decisions come into your awareness, because there is a great opportunity that's coming up for us this year. The energy alignments, the astrological alignments are very potent for us. And yes, this portal is always a portal. It happens every year. But this one in particular, there's a few astrological alignments that are making it greater, as well as what's happening on the human collective level and inspiring us for our own healing. All right. So let me just see here. Let me open up the chat again. Let's see. Yeah, the winter solstice is going to be very serious this year. I think it's just going to be very potent. And I think it's going to be very, it's going to be, I don't know how else to say it. It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity, and you get to choose whether or not you want to use it or not. There are going to be many people that don't, and that's by design. It's by design, as Elizabeth April said on my channel, that it's designed that we're all in this Christmas shopping mode, worrying about getting things done or Christmas parties, and totally avoiding this portal and knowing what's available to us on an energetic level to power us up, and to be in a place where, especially if you're in ceremony or meditation, you're able to receive the upgrades, and the energies are able to work with you, and you're able to work with them and connect. Yeah, okay, so I'm seeing right now, I'm starting to see like a diamond lights wrapping around the DNA codes, the DNA strands. So there may be some sort of diamond light activation coming in through this portal. Interesting. Okay. Cool, guys. Well, I love you all. I will be back. I'm here for 1 or 2 more days. Hoping to do a really intense, I shouldn't say intense, but just really connected meditation with everyone later tonight. And it's been wild. It's been awesome. I hope you guys are all doing well. And if you guys are needing any assistance in your own journey, you know you can always work with me one-on-one through coaching, inner child work, or tarot readings. If you're, I know, like, you know, especially with COVID happening right now, not a lot of people have as much money. If you're in a position where money is not as abundant to you as it used to, just because of the certain circumstances of the economy across the world right now, I do have my alchemy program, which is only $11 a month, and you get group coaching and you get access to my private Discord where everyone's very supportive, and I love that channel. You guys, all of you who are in there, I just love how you guys are all supporting one another and sharing your experiences. So that's available to you too if you're looking for help on this journey, but you don't have the funds necessarily to do one-on-one work. You can work with us in the group. And we do a live call once a month, which will be in 2 weeks today. All right, guys. I love you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday, and I'll be back with you guys all real soon, okay? Let me see how I get out of this live. I don't even know how I can get out of this live. Let's see here. Okay, guys, love you so much. If you need any more information about me, links in the description below, my website. And don't forget, I hope to see you guys on the Protect the Vote live stream next Sunday. I don't know where they're broadcasting it. You're going to have to sign up for all of that. Oh, Laura Lee, thank you so much for the super chat. That's so sweet. Thank you, girl. I love you. Guys, love you so much, and I'll talk to you soon.